Right. There we go. Oh my days, I tell you what. I was about to smash my modem up. Welcome everybody. Let me just pull that up slightly, pull that down slightly. I told you I'd come in another I've got a bit of cleavage showing today, I hope you don't mind. Let's go through the hellos. That was stressful. Internet died, but I'm glad people are okay with that. So thank you and hello to Amory, Kate, myself, because I'm there telling people to hurry up for the connection to hurry up. I'm saying sorry. Dean, Spiritual Awakening, welcome. Anne, welcome. Dave, welcome. And the Grim Gecko, welcome. Hello, welcome. Breathe. And the red light on my door isn't working, so for any moment someone could just storm in and be like whilst I'm live, and they get a quick right hook if that happens. Anyway, how is everybody doing? I had like a perfect plan in my head. Everything was like, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to start at this time, it's going to be perfect, I'm going to dress up like this, blah, 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 blah. Internet dies, ADHD goes mental, and now I've forgotten everything. But I'm glad everyone else is okay. First and foremost, how is everybody today? I might put a bit of background music on as well, maybe. Tell me if it's too loud. If it's too loud, let me know, and I shall turn it down. Love the outfit. Thank you. I appreciate it. I used this. So this was my Bowie when I did Labyrinth. Forget about the baby. And I just digged it out of the cupboard. I'm alright. I'm alright now. Now that I'm on the air and I can calm down a bit. A minute ago I was having a bit of head fit, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm calm now. You're probably wondering what this is about. Do ghosts really exist? Science versus belief. If you remember the last live, people started asking questions about, you know, what I believe, you know, do I think ghosts are real? Do I think it's paranormal? And then there were some people asking about, you know, the dimensional stuff, and I just figured, let's do a live on it, why not? See what you lot want to say. I would, in an ideal world, I'd have liked to have got somebody from like belief system and then somebody very scientific. Neil deGrasse Tyson and somebody who really believes in this, and just get them both to have it out whilst I sit there and do it. But I ain't got the money for that, so you just got me. So first and foremost, if some of this is a little bit like how can I put this? Like I don't know what I'm on about. It's probably because I don't know what I'm on about. I've no vague knowledge on certain things, so I'm going to attempt to go into that. But first of all, is there anything what you lot think? I think you're all believers. Any open skeptics here today? One day you were dressed up as Johnny Depp. Maybe. I'm halfway there with this, aren't I, to be fair? I keep slipping. End up seeing my bloody nips in a minute. Oh, it's having a dumb moment. Oh. By the way, if you see me looking up over there, maybe I should move the chat so it's more central, so it's like there. So then when I'm reading it, it's sort of where you lot are, so I'm not like in the corner of the room. Sir Spookfest, hello, welcome. Yes, they do. That's it. That's the end of the live. Sir Spookfest has come in and said yes there. So thank you very much for joining. And have I got any other tunes in here? In me, I like this one. This one makes me think of what do you call it? What's that program on a certain moment? There's a game for it. Last of Us. Seen a few myself. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I've been to so many places now with members of Haunting the Truth, old members, new members, guests, events, all sorts. And I've witnessed, which many of you are aware of, things that seem to defy physics as we know it. However, I've not seen anything like yourself, Sir Spookfest. I've never seen a physical apparition. It's not like someone said, "Oh, the dude for the hug." Oh. Dean managed to get a hug off of me. Or I say managed to. He lunged himself at me. And now I'm 499. I'll take that. I'll take that. What was I saying? Like, you phoned me now. Oh, so like, let's say the name John lives in this house and died in the house and he looked like XYZ. I've never seen John physically appear and move an item. So, first and foremost, I, in myself, don't feel that I have the right to claim that it's a ghost. However, I have seen items fly across rooms, I have seen ladders lift up and slam down, I have had something whistle in my ear, I have been pushed by something I can't see, I have heard footsteps run at me. So the question begs then, I can understand, well, first and foremost, I can understand why people call it a ghost, but then that leads to the question of, well, if it's not a ghost, then what is it? And can science answer this? It'd be interesting to know everybody's point on this. I don't want to go over stuff that I've gone over like a million times. Put the brightness up, bring the contrast down, there we go. So I really want to know, do people think, like, I get a lot of stick for not, saying, oh, okay, right, this is definitely a ghost, or this is definitely haunted, or this is definitely paranormal. But how can I, you know what I mean? It's like, if you see an alien in the sky, for example, well, not an alien in the sky. Let's say you see a light shoot across the sky and you don't know what it is. By definition, it's a UFO or a UAP, so like unidentified flying object. So then to instantly jump and say, well, that's Ezekiel, the alien, you've already said that it's an unidentified flying object. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I have to have it like on point, like without any possibility that it could be something else. You're very welcome. I'm not about how many places you've been to or how long it's been meant to happen. I've seen 3 shadow people on of a kid heard disembodied voices, footsteps walk by. See, the footsteps and stuff, and I've heard voices and all sorts. I've heard all of that sort of stuff. I have caught on camera shadow looking things, but they move like rapid, and they sort of like they disform and stuff. They're very weird, the ones I've seen, which leads me to believe that it's a more, hypothetically speaking, it could be something in a different dimension. You know what I mean? You have to look at it scientifically as well to rule out the obvious. Yeah. I think you'll always be cautious, Mark. Yeah, I know, it's like that, but sometimes I can be over the top. Like, sometimes something could happen right in front of my face and I'll still go, no. And I considered doing this live today because let's talk about what people have done. So we know that there has been studies into the paranormal for decades. There has been, because I'm on record saying, oh, science doesn't look into this, they don't bother with it, but years ago they did. And if it wasn't English science, it was German science back in World War II. With the you know who lot. With the guy, you know. I'm not going to do... That's it, right? That's all I'm going to say. They were looking into paranormal claims. He piled money into scientists to try and find real paranormal so he could use it in war. This is true. And it's been utilised in certain games. So zombies in Call of Duty, for example. Wolfenstein, another one. So they have looked into it. And then, of course, in later days, you had the paranormal... what are they called? Someone help me out here. The guy that did the I've gone from my head now. I've gone mental. You know the one that goes, I died in the corner of the room. And it's that girl, Janice. I don't know. It just talks through me. I don't do anything. My name. What is his name? I can't remember. You know the one I'm on about. Enfield, thank you. So the Enfield poltergeist. The guy Maurice, yeah, Bill's the dude. I'm Bill. Yeah, Maurice or Morris. He was part of a group, a society group, looking into the paranormal. I don't know if they still exist, but again, it was like they were quite scientific about things as well. A lot of, I think you could probably consider them the first parapsychologists before parapsychology became like a forefront thing. So they have looked into it, but I suppose the question is, why haven't we got anything conclusive yet? Keep going. Eventually you will see a full body shadow person. They have full Josh in my team, Josh, you know Josh? He's seen a full shadow like come out and just sit there and then go back in again, and he described it as blacker than black. Like it was so black, the darkness of the room, it was darker than that dark. But still, I was like, well, that doesn't mean it's the dude that lived here and died upstairs in the room in this particular house that we did it in, the poltergeist house. All that means is there is something otherworldly that only pops into existence and pops out of existence at certain times. Do you know what I mean? For me, anyway. Now, of course, if someone else likes to believe that it's the spirit of, maybe that's like, say they've got a loved one and they think that it's the spirit of their loved one, or maybe they say that, you know, someone died in that house and they think it's the spirit of that, or aliens, yes, Dean, or aliens, or whatever it is you want to call it, really. The problem is it's called different things, and different people have different perceptions. So the question is, what is it? Because I know, I believe Josh completely. And I know he's seen what he's seen. And I know things that I've captured on camera have happened. And I've had all sorts of mental things happen, but then nothing is conclusive to say that was definitely a ghost. In the perspective, you know, a ghost defined as someone that died, that is, their soul still remains in said location. Which is difficult for me. Open up. You can see a lot of things when you're surprised. Good to be skeptical. I'm open skeptic. Like if you see a lot of the things that I do now, I'm actively searching and hunting to try and find this, whatever it is, and make it do more. I want to sit down, have a cup of coffee, and have a chat with it. You know what I mean? It's difficult. Well, there's a new people in here, Dean. I don't even know if there is. Well, if anyone has popped in that's new, thanks for reminding me there, Dean. I'm Mark from Haunting the Truth. I'm a paranormal investigator. I go into random buildings in the middle of the night and shout at air, trying to make things happen. If nothing happens, then that's pretty much it. If we see nothing, you see nothing. And at the moment, I'm talking about things that I've been through, what I believe, what you lot believe. Is it demons, gods, spirits, aliens, or is there some sort of scientific reasoning for it? Is it just unknown until proven otherwise by science? That's what we're doing today. Got any other songs? I've got loads of songs, but I'm just, you know, if they're too loud, let me know. Things. Oh, I've missed something here, haven't I? Thanks for that. Things happen that are supposed to happen to each individual. I used to be a complete skeptic, like big time skeptic. If you watched some of the episodes with myself and Josh where we're watching back stuff, even I'm watching it going, you're so naive. And maybe in 30 years' time, I might watch this and go, you're so naive. I'm not discounting anything. I used to. Now I just need foolproof. At the moment, I'm being teased by things. I also think it depends what you're actually investigating. Are you trying to prove an actual haunting, or are you trying to understand the haunting and the story behind it? Good question, Anne. Okay. Welcome. Good to see you here. It's Rawside Paranormal. I'm going on Rawside Paranormal soon, actually. It's Laura, isn't it? I think I remembered your name correctly. I'm awful with names, but I think I got it. Let me get to Anne's question. So, what's difficult is... So what I do is, like, so someone says, XYZ place is haunted. Cool. I'm glad I got it. And then I say, okay, is it? Can you tell me the story? They tell me the story. Or they say, yeah, this location's known to be haunted because of XYZ. I go, alright, I'll rock up, film it, see what happens. My goal then is to find out if there is any backing to the claims. So, is it just pipes? Is it an old building creaking? You know, you gotta get rid of those things first. I might not be actively on camera going, that's just pipes, that's just this, that's just that. But in my mind, I'm doing this mentally. And then I'm trying to make the thing that's there do the stuff that it should do, that I expect it to do. I want items going flying, I want, if I can, apparitions, I want things running at me, I want things knocking, I want to have like some sort of intelligent conversation with something that might be like some sort of sentient being. And then once I get that, I then provide that to you and go, hey, I've caught this, what do you think this is? I have no idea what this is, unless it physically appears to me. If I go to Snuff Mills and June and Royston appear and go, hello, we're June and Royston, we had our bodies dumped here, the guy that killed us is this name, he lives at this location, now you can go find him, blah 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 blah, and it all adds up, bang, that's it, go surreal. So it'd be great. I'm on a journey to figure stuff out and understand it. I think that's where I'm at with it. The thing is, all legend myths you have ever heard come from some truth. History has been mixed up and twisted, same as mythical paranormal realms. We are a creature living with amnesia. And there's so many different beliefs as well. And there's been so many different beliefs throughout the entirety of life as we know it. Like, if you go back decades ago, they would have called it something else. You even go to a different country and it's referred to as something else. You talk to somebody with a different belief or a religion and it's called something else. But fundamentally, it exists. But I don't know what that it is, and I want to find out what that it is. And the more I do it, the more I find, the more I capture, the more entertainment you get. So I'm entertaining you lot, whilst at the same time on my own personal journey. Which then takes investigating by the researchers. Yeah, so I'm researching and documenting and supplying you with basically my findings and putting it together as an entertainment medium by creating a narrative, so it's entertaining to watch. If I was to do it properly, everything I'd be filming wouldn't be, hey Mike, welcome back to Haunt of the Truth, my name's Mark, spirits, demons, entities, are you here? It would be very much like, you know, so we're conducting a scientific experiment here. I'm here with Professor Brian Cox. Wishful thinking. Welcome. Is it K Coles? I'm sorry if I can't say your name. I'm a bit dyslexic. Do you believe in hauntings? Yes. Because a haunting doesn't have to necessarily mean ghost. And I've been to places which I consider to be haunted. Yes. Because haunts... Yeah, definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt. What if the spirits or ghosts don't feel like bothering with you, so they just leave? Then I shout at them. I mean... Are they just leaving in every single place I ever go to? I mean, I'm a bit much more polite than I used to be fair. I used to go in and be like, right, come on, let's have it, you bastards. Now, I've settled down a little bit. You might have noticed I've pulled back on the taunting just a little bit. Perhaps the veil is only pulled back for certain people. I have had... To be fair, do you know what? Since going from skeptic to open skeptic, I have had more things happen. I've noticed more things. So there is something to that, definitely. Definitely there is something to that. I'm just looking at myself up here. Look, I look scary. So what do you believe, anyway? People that have just joined, anyone that's just joined, I'm Mark from Haunt of the Truth, talking about beliefs, if people believe in ghosts, if they don't believe in ghosts, if they think it's all nonsense, etc, etc, etc. Just let me know what you believe. Thank you for gifting a membership. Oh, and also Paranormal got the gift. Enjoy the gifts. You get basically early access to stuff, so you get to see this week's episode now. Well, not now, because you're watching this, but after this, if you want to go check it out. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Luke. Or the veil is only open in certain areas at a time. Maybe the ley lines have certain times or more force. Right, okay, right. I'm going to play devil's advocate. So, I don't want anybody to think that I'm condemning anything. I'm just gonna try and play, because I don't have a firm believer, I'm open skeptic, and I don't have a scientist here. I'm trying to play a bit of everything. People that come in midway to this, they're going to be like, he's a bit full of himself, isn't he? Thinks he knows it all. But I'll get into some of this. Would you say ghosts are conscious manifestations or kind of like echoes, so to speak? Something to that, actually. I heard something about that, which was that the ghost isn't actually... Is this what you mean? Someone said that you can actually manifest a spirit. It isn't actually something of the dead. It's something that you, yourself, or multiple people, If you pick a house, random house that's never had any haunted history to it, and then you start saying it's haunted, and you put stories to this place, and then people go there and they investigate and they investigate and they investigate, there is a theory, hypothesis out there that it can actually then make the place haunted, which is really interesting. I'm not doing it in my own house. Any volunteers? Any volunteers for me to do this in their property? Let me know. I want to go back to that. I have a question. Okay, yeah. It was Luke who gifted it. Yeah, so Ragnarok, also Luke, part of Spiritual Awakening, did the gift. I've been banging on about ley lines. I don't know much about them. I don't want to completely, you know, just be like, ah. But is there any science behind it? Or is it just another one of these things which people have sort of like got, it's lore basically, it's just folklore passed down throughout the years, which has now like sort of enveloped its own thing, so it's easier for people to understand something. Kind of like back in the day when there was an eclipse, no one understood what that meant, so then they just said, well, that's the gods doing that, it's some magical mystical thing doing that. Or is there any science back into it? You'd have to educate me on that. I don't know too much about it, so I can't comment too much. Casey and Kat, welcome. Hello, I've heard a few unexplained experiences. What the F? I still don't know what it is. Well, do you know what? That's the whole purpose of this live, pretty much, is for everybody to talk about their experiences without any... Because I'm not here to scrutinise people. I'm here to discuss with like-minded people that have had experiences, believers, skeptics, scientists, religious people, anyone. You're all welcome, so long as it's kept, you know, nice. And the moderators will go, if it's not nice, so yeah. But yeah, if you've never seen me before, you haven't followed, I'm a paranormal investigator. I go to places supposedly haunted and shout at air to hopefully try and make something happen. Welcome, Tammy. Good to see you. How you doing? Message retracted. Magnetic fields and are higher on ley lines. Is that an actual documented thing, Anne? Because there's Stat and Drew is meant to have ley lines. Saying that though, Anne, when I went to the Stone Circle at Stat and Drew, the EMF didn't really go off. Dan, who was with the team at the time, was using dowsing rods, but that we didn't really get much success with that either. But it was a bit windy, so I can't really say either or with that. But there were cows there that scared me. If you've not seen that clip. You sound very Bristolian. And Bristol has many spooky places. Welcome, Sarah. And yes, I am Bristolian. Oh, you're eating me, lover? How's it there, Sen? Which locations are you referring to? I've been to a few. So Lee Woods, Barrow Gurney. Obviously, there's like pubs like the Hatchet and the Landogorogor Trowel, and then there's the ship, what's it called? The SS Great Britain. Oh yeah, welcome. Feel free to ask any questions or things that you believe in, and let us know your experiences and stories. Let's discuss what everyone thinks. Maybe between us all, we might be able to build a puzzle and put something together and figure this out once and for all. I'd love it for some scientific people to come in here and just like, we can all just like have a proper like conversation. Don't people claim that children hitting puberty influence their surroundings and could even explain... Okay, this was the big story in Enfield Haunting with Janice, or Janet, whatever her name was. Said that because she was hitting puberty, that the spirits were then latching onto her. I didn't have this happen. Maybe it's females only. I didn't have this happen when I was young. I was just really annoying. It's embarrassing to speak about it. I don't like admitting. What about your experiences? I mean, it's not like I've had like mental things happen. I've had things run at me that I try, and sometimes I speak to people and I go, yeah, so I've had something run at me and I can't see it, and they laugh. Do I care? No, because I know what happened. I know what I seen. So they can't take that away from me. Well, I say seen, I mean heard. Where's my music not working? Oh, there we go. Consciousness creates a real effect. Creation of a spirit or monsters has happened. Look at Slender Man. Not real, but some people have been hurt or attacked because of him. They believe in him so much. Is this like some like really, really next level placebo effect? Devil's advocate again, by the way. Like, you know, like faith healing, for example, is on the most part, I don't know if there's genuine people out there, but on the most part, it's fake, because they're using psychology and hypnotism to make people think that they've healed themselves. Darren Brown, if you haven't seen Darren Brown doing faith healing, go and he can explain this better than me. And I'm just wondering if like there's a psychological effect where if you believe in something existing so much, it in your mind it exists, but not in reality. The only true way to experiment with this is if I believed. I mean, some people believe in manifestation as well, like being able to manifest riches and like fame. And Jim Carrey, for example, he wrote a check to himself years ago, and he manifested his. He believes that he manifested his success by basically saying that he will get somewhere in life, and that he. Who knows? Who knows? I'm great, thanks. How are you? I'm all right. I had a bit of a mare when I started, but it's all doing good now. Stonehenge and other landmarks have ley lines. So did our ancestors know more than us? Well, Stonehenge is obviously... Bloody hell, that made me jump a mile. It's said to have ley lines, but the actual rock structures, there's, you know, the druids and people like that, they believe that it's got some power, that there's energy there. I'm sure there's people watching this that also believe that it's got power and energy there. I've never been there myself, so I can't comment. But the scientists say that it's an observatory. It's been built specifically for the equinoxes, so you can see the alignments of the sun through them at certain times of the year, and it's an observatory to mark certain times of the year. And they believe that this is so that people knew when harvest was coming and stuff like that. And that's why it was built. As like a clock, but for the seasons. Amit Audacity, welcome. Hello, spooky crew. Yeah, I know chat's going quite quick. We could set it to slow-mo, but I'm keeping up. I hope so anyway. And if you think I'm nattering on or chatting absolute waffle, let me know. I won't get offended. I changed all my messages as I can. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I want to go there myself. The vicar said others have seen the same apparition. Wait, what have I missed? Is there an apparition somewhere? I've missed something, haven't I? Mark, catch up with the comments. I'm trying to. Most of the part of the world is covered by making it silly to even ask questions. There is a lot. Do you mean like cover-ups? People like lying about things and stuff like that. I mean, I try. Some people think like have like a negative relationship with science, but I trust science because science isn't. It's mistakenly thought to be a man-made thing when it isn't. Science is everything. So so we found science as humans, and then it just explains things. But then there's some stuff that it hasn't explained yet, such as the paranormal. You can press bottom of messages twice to slow down the feed. You can press bottom. I don't know. How do you do it on the computer? I'm on like OBS, so I'm not sure how I would do that. YouTube's stopping you replying to gifts. Weird. You're doing the dishes, not to worry. By the way, I'm going to be live. Remind everyone of the date, Laura, also Paranormal, when I'm coming on your show. And then I'll pin it. I'll pin the comment. Kicked out, saying too much. Men in Black. Men in Black can sod off. I will tell the truth. I tell you now, I kid you not. If ever I find foolproof answers, right, they will try to stop me. If these people exist, they will try to stop me. They won't be able to. If they can close my YouTube channel down, I'll open up a new one. If they can close my Instagram down, I'll open up a new one. They can ban me off the platforms altogether. I'll go on something else like Rumble. They can get rid of all of that. I'll stick it somewhere on the dark web. It's going to exist, right? If I find answers, trust me, it's going to exist somewhere. These men in black ain't going to stop me. Set me off then, didn't you? Let's have a look. What am I missing? I wonder if the homes I lived in are still haunted, or did they leave when I left? Some people, well, assuming you don't get anything now, do you still have things happen now? Because some people believe it will go with you. I don't know if there's any truth to that. Has anyone experienced that here? Like having, because I think a poltergeist, according to lore, it's not necessarily a ghost of someone that's died. And it can either be linked to an object, a property, land, or a person. I think I'm right in saying that. If I'm not, let me know. 7th of June. Yes, I'll pin that comment. So 7 PM is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like 11 or 12, I think, in the UK. So it'll be a late one. I won't be on too late today, though, unless people stick around. I know it's a work day, so don't want to keep people up all night. Science is peer-reviewed in our society. Yeah. Just change the settings to all messages, not top messages, Dave. Dave who's having problems. Yeah, try that. See if it works. I got kicked off Twitter. Really? How do you manage that? Because Elon, he like basically unfiltered it. So you pretty much say anything on there now. I had an attachment follow me. See that's scary when people talk about that. Mark, are you willing to travel? If so, we can do a church that an elderly man apparition is seen often. Of course I am. Of course I'm willing to travel. Are we talking, wait, how far? Are we talking America? Or anywhere overseas? Are we talking, how far? If you said Australia, I'd be like, well, I don't know about that. Sometimes you're haunted, not, yeah. So yeah, it is. You can be haunted. Not now, but I'm 6. And it's been calm for about 17 years. Oh, that's okay then. Oh yeah, well, of course that, Amory. If if I had a bottomless pit of money, I would go anywhere and everywhere. I'd be going all over the place. I do have a Discord channel there as well, where there's areas where you can talk about your experiences. And there's not too many people come on there and talk anymore, but there are a few people here. So Anne-Marie and Dave, they're quite active on Discord, and when I'm not awake, I'm sure they can have a little chinwag with you if that's something you want to join. If you do, I will pop the link in the thingy for you in a moment. Oh, thank you. Admit Audacity. What's your actual name, by the way, if you don't mind? I appreciate that though. It's in Dorset. Oh yeah, it's not too far. Of course I will. Lots of stones throw away. Just have to go down south a bit more, comparative to where I am. Might be able to get Will to come with me. I don't know if Josh will come or if he's not. I don't know. Or it'd just be me. Because I don't. The only reason I don't go on places on my own is because I get too scared. Because of weird people might turn up. Chavs might turn up. Or a demon might go. And then that's it. I'm on my own. I'm done. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Yes, I am selling the the patches for Haunt of the Truth. They look like this. They're only £6. If you want one, let me know. And I can sort something out for you. Somerset's. Sarah, okay. Well, we got to go do a song now because it's Somerset. Where be that blackbird too? I know where he be. He be up that wurzel tree and I be after he. And he sees I and I sees he. Bugger if I don't get him. With a big fish stick I'll knock him down. Blackbird I'll have thee. There you go. This live's gone off the rails. It always does though, doesn't it? It always does. Awesome, Mark. Bring a few friends if you like. Yeah, we'll organise it. hauntedthetruth@gmail.com. You can get hold of me there. Or if you join the Discord channel, which I will get the link for now. Where is it? Where is it? Invite people. Copy. Paste. That's the link to Discord. So I'm gonna have to unpin your one, unfortunately, because I can't pin more than one. I'm in Virginia, but grew up in Bridgewater, Triangle, Massachusetts. You know what? I know what it says. I just can't say it. Have a look at the history. I've grown up in highly paranormal area. Not heard it to have. I'll have to. Grew up in. Let me take a little note of that because I will forget because I've got a brain like a sieve. Nice. I've got your email. Oh yes, of course you did. Yeah. I'm still debating doing that. I'm still debating those courses. Is it e-learning? Like, do I have to read loads? Do you reckon I'll just know some of the stuff anyway? You still need to do. I know I do. It's on the list as well. As is going and doing bloody Canuck Chase. That's on the list. And with the weather getting good. Let me write these down. I'm getting complacent. It's hard. It's difficult. I've been having quite a lot of more entertainment coming through like my other job, so it's been difficult to keep up the momentum. Which is why, well, partly I was putting out like big episodes nearly every single week, and then people couldn't keep up with them, so I've slowed that down a little bit as well for people. Well, I'm gonna before it gets too late, I'm gonna go a little bit, because I spoke about a lot of the spiritual side of the paranormal and what I personally think and believe, and what, you know, that my struggles with it, and why my standpoints are. But I haven't really talked about what science has to say about this. So let's think this through. If it's a ghost, hypothetically, that means that it is without form, as in physical form, as in, you know, you can touch, it's solid, which means that it's without weight, which means that it is absent of this, you know, the ability to do this and go, because this requires physical, right, object, like it needs solid on solid. That energy is needed to do that, right? And a ghost, according to everything we know about ghosts, are absent of that. So scientifically, how, if they were real, how would they do knock? How would they throw it? How would they pick something up? How would they run? How would they make footsteps? Help me out here. Welcome, Nocturnal Frequency Radio. Oh, welcome, Stu. Sarah wants to encourage this channel. Wait, did I... Oh, another 99. Thank you so much. Everything just went... When I go on a rant, I look away for far too long and I miss about 100 things. Anyone that's new here that's just joined in, I'm Mark from Haunted the Truth. I'm a paranormal investigator, and I go into supposedly haunted locations to try and figure out if anything really is there, shout to air for about 4 hours, film it, and then upload it for you guys. We're talking about beliefs, science, and trying to understand everything, really. I know, let's have a look. Steve. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I always forget your names. I'm terrible with names. I need to write names down, really. So what's your thoughts on that? Energy. Sarah, is that the answer to my question? Energy. Okay, right. Energy. But that is energy. What I'm doing there. That's a conversion of energy. That's, I don't know which. What is like kinetic energy to... There's only so many known energies out there, right? Let me have a look. Known. I wish I just knew this off the top of my head, but the physics. I'm getting to the physics of this now. We're getting into physics, people. So good to get your hands ready, because we're on a roller coaster now. There's an energy we can't see, but it's... Well, when the wind blows, that's an energy we can't see. Magnetic energy is an energy we can't see. And you can feel magnetic energy. If I put magnets in me bum and this chair's metal, I'll feel it. So there's electromagnetic, kinetic... in physics, the known energies: kinetic energy, potential energy, thermal energy, chemical energy, electrical energy, electromagnetic energy, nuclear energy, and gravitational energy. So which one of those is it that's doing it? That's where my struggle's at. Quantum, the observed particle is magical like the observed spirit. Well, quantum, let's briefly talk about that because I'm going to give everyone a headache if we go into it. It's only relates to subatomical particles such as photons, light particles basically. And the experiment for light particles was they fired them at 2 slits, and when they tried to document the results observed, it did one thing, and when they didn't, it did a different thing. However, observation doesn't necessarily mean looking at, as in human observation or conscious observation. Observation could mean anything like an interaction. So if it interacts with air, space, water, anything, oxygen, whatever, it instantly goes to its designated result. And this is happening pretty much all the time around us constantly. It's going random, boom, result. Random, boom, result. That's in short. Is anyone still here after that quantum physics rant? Or is it an energy we don't have a name for yet? Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Well, I didn't say it didn't. That's what one of the big things is, isn't it? Is have scientists just not, have they just not found it yet? But you would think, I mean, some people believe in like psychokinetic energy and telepathic energy, but these have been researched and documented and experimented with for decades, and there's never been any conclusive foolproof evidence for them. If you believe they exist, then that's a personal belief, which I'm not here to take away from you. I'm only here to play the devil's advocate and tell you what the science says. Not that I believe what the science says, it's just I'm trying to play both parts for those of you that are new here that haven't heard me explain that already. What time is it anyway? Nearly 10 o'clock. We'll probably roll it up to 10 o'clock. Because I don't want to go on too late, because I'm fully aware this is some of the people here from the UK, and I don't want to keep you up because you probably got work in the morning. You are let me do it again. I'm gonna put my where's my glasses? I don't want to put my glasses on because it ruins my eyes. You are creating energy talking now. I'm having to ask the internet what that means. Oh, so my mouth is moving, which is kinetic energy, muscle movement. Sound is being produced, sound waves, which is mechanical energy, which is being transmitted through the air, which then interacts and vibrates the molecules in the air. And then there's thermal energy from the heat from my breath coming off. That's quite a lot, actually. I didn't even think about it like that. How about this one then? This is just me thinking now with because I'm having to use the internet as the scientist because I don't have a scientist here to talk to, and you guys and girls and anyone in between if you're here are mainly the believers, and I'm playing the middleman. Does that make sense? But here's a thought for you. You know when these EMFs go off, they're picking up a magnetic energy, megajoules. They're picking up megajoules. They're not actually picking up electromagnetic energy. That's incorrect. The K2s don't do that. They pick up mg, megajoules. What if it's not necessarily the energies like you think? What if the entity, spirit, demon, creature, gods, whatever you want to call it, alien, is drawing off of our devices and off of us? Because obviously I'm emitting energy. There's electrical impulses going on in my brain right now for the neurons that are going off. What happens if it's... That's why you feel weak. That's why you feel drained. Why you can sometimes feel dizzy and sick, and why batteries suddenly go, and why electrical devices like lights flicker and stuff. What happens if it's drawing that to then utilise, to then perform the things like throw objects, make noises, knock, etc. Somehow it's converting that. We might be onto something here. Need a link. Wait, bum Discord. The link that if you're talking about Discord link, I've pinned it to the top. I'm good, thanks, Stu. Fancy joining me and Mark on an investigation at church? I mean, if you want to, Stu, it's a long way to go. It'll be about 5 hour, 6 hour drive. I saw it for you. For me, it'd be about 2 hour, maybe 2 hour. I saw a spirit of a little girl that lately turned into a mass ball of light, but looked like lightning and fire all the same time. It flew across it. What? See, you're almost describing like ball lightning. You know ball lightning that people talk about? That phenomenon. Someone's gonna clip that, aren't they? Just put that for lightning and thingy. And here we have a phenomenon. Sarah, oh bloody hell, I think just skipped. I'm probably well behind again. Let's get through this quickly. Google knows all. I'm actually using ChatGPT to play the scientist. Because I don't know everything. I'm learning, like, as I go through and investigate, I'm learning more and more about the unknown as well as the known. More so the unknown, to be fair. If anyone would like it, like a Haunted Truth patch. Yes, well, thanks for reminding people again. Here they are. I've got 30 to sell, so if you want one, let me know. Oh, cool. I will try to be more active on Discord myself. Sometimes I can become a little bit complacent. You probably... What the hell was that? Did anyone just see that black thing go across? Someone wind back and tell me what if you just seen that. Because I've got 2 lights on the go. I've got that big light there, and I've got a light up there, and it couldn't have been something that went in front of the light. That was weird. Sorry, that's thrown me a little bit, guys. That's the 3rd time that's happened now. Exactly, Mark, that theory. Oh, the one I was talking about. Yeah, that is a really interesting one. And maybe, I think that we might be onto something. I think that is what it is. But what it's then doing with that, the energy, and what it's converting it to, I don't know. Mark mate's still waiting to do... I don't go out of my way to try and debunk videos anymore unless there's like foolproof and I can definitely figure it out. I mean, if you really want me to look into it, I can try to, but I did obviously have a little look, and yeah, it's hard to know without being there myself, you know what I mean? Trust me, long story. It's often mistaken as paranormal. I've seen it a few times. I saw a flash. Something like that happened earlier. I saw that. That's the 3rd time. Yeah, I know. No, I don't have a filter on. all I've done is change the brightness of the thingy. Yeah, so like this is just brightness that I can change on the program. That's what that does. This is the contrast. That's what that does, and the saturation. Right? That's all I've done. So I can't see why it would have done that. But it's done this more than once now. And it didn't do... Some people have said, oh yeah, it's something to do with your phone playing up. When I use this phone in investigations and it never does it. And when I was live with Spiritual Awakening, Dean from Spiritual Awakening, who was here earlier, it didn't do it then. And when I was live last time, when I was dressed up as well, it didn't do it then. So it's weird. That was definitely weird. Dark energy flying across you. Let's have it then. Come on. Dark energy. Where you at? Where you from? Snuff Mills? Halfway Farm? Woodchester Mansion? Hoppers Woods? Yeah, that's what I thought. What was weird? Oh, that, you know, Chris, welcome by the way. You remember that time when the shadow went across the thingy? It happened again just now. What about the funky border? That's just an overlay. That's just an overlay, like that. That's part of OBS. I can turn it on and turn it off. I can do that as well, confetti. Oh, that didn't work. I got new ones, but they don't seem to be working. Yeah. It's nothing to do with the program. I mean, I'm quite technical. I mean, Chris will tell you, I'm quite a technical, techie person. I might go on a little bit longer, actually. I've just decided, because everybody's enjoying this, so I will go on a little bit longer, but not too long. Is everybody okay with that? Unless anybody wants to go to bed. So I think we're having quite a good conversation here this evening. You got an attachment. But is that all it does though? Is flies shadows in front of me. And I brought my neighbour's three-legged cat some treats today. I read that as if it was going to be a story or something to like some... I thought it was going to be like a... And then I seen a dark figure. But it didn't go there. Oh, playing with my bloody candle. Let's take it to about 10 past. Let's go a little bit longer. Has anyone got any burning questions though? Not to worry, Sarah. Thank you for coming. Feel free anytime to message about anything if you want to, or watch anything on the channel, and let me know your thoughts about things. That was Saturday, seeing 2 shadow figures on the investigation. I really need to catch what Josh seen on camera. Like, I really, really want to catch that on camera. Like, big time. I've caught, you know, really quick things. Like that went past just then. But not, you know, nothing like that. So it's definitely something I want to look into. But like, again, like, I'm not saying that that's a ghost, right? I'm not saying, oh, my room's haunted, or that's definitely a paranormal anomaly that just happened in front of me, because I don't know. I don't know enough about iPhones. You know what I mean? I don't know if there's some weird stuff going on through the internet link here, or I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know if the program's got a defect in it that's playing up. I know some stuff, but I don't know everything. And because of that, I can't be conclusive, and it's bloody annoying. Because I don't think I'm ever going to get a conclusive answer. Because I look into the paranormal stuff, and I go to these haunted locations to see if I can find more answers there, and it just gives me more questions. So then I go to like researching physics, not specifically talking to scientists, but just researching physics, and you don't really get any answers there. Although the dimension theory hypothesis, string theory, which proves that dimensions are real, is quite interesting, that there's multiple planes of dimensions and that it is feasible that something could live in a higher plane, so there could be a higher plane of existence. That's my go-to, by the way, if people don't know that already. I've said it 100 times before. It was very rare. Well, you say this, Chris, but then you've got people in here saying that they've seen them, and they seen 3 the other day. So I'm like, I've been doing this now since I was 16. Not haunted the truth, but investigating. Since I was 16. Which was about 6 years ago. It's worth a try. But yeah, no, I have been doing it a while. And I have never seen an apparition. I've seen things in the corner of my eye, don't get me wrong. And I've caught things on video, don't get me wrong. But physically, with my own eyes, I've never seen something form where I can stop and look at it long enough to, like, digest it as it actually being there. Let alone getting it on camera. I caught shadow figure on my camera at a fort. No one in the fort at the time. What, like one of them ones, or one of the ones that go real quick? Which one? You just have to take note, move on, and unless it happens loads, then look at it differently. There's another thing as well, Annie just made me think of. It's hard to get things to repeat. To get repeatable stuff happening, that's really, really difficult to do. Just falling down again. I'm not trying to get my nips out here. That's what he's seen. Is my cat is da 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 da. And I asked his owner's permission first. He is such a sweet kitty. I see apparition, shadows, figures, all sorts, but not at the time. I live 5 minutes away from Haunted Fort. I'd be there every night, honestly. Well, to be fair, Snuff Mills, I haven't been there. Last time I went there was February. And then I was there just before Christmas. I think I did one in January as well. Didn't get anything happen. It's weird. I think it's pissed off now. I cast you out! It sees me coming and it goes, shh, 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 shh. It's him. If we do something, he'll come back. Do nothing. Just shh. Don't you dare throw the stone. I might do a parody of the spirits in Snuff Mills and me calling out and them going, I'm gonna do it, and then shall I do it? Shall I do a little parody? I need to write this down because that's quite funny. Suddenly appear and then walk on. Oh wow. If you've got that clip, you send it to me. I'd be interested in having a look. In my 60 years I seen too much in my 60 years to question it more. I'm just a loony. I mean, I'm crazy as well. That's why they call me Mad Mark after all. I saw one in a bubble. I told it to go. A bubble? How strange. I don't want to see them at all. I don't want to see them all the time. Occasionally is fine. But some people, I mean, clairvoyants and mediums, they obviously would believe that they can see spirit all the time. Hello, is it Lilia? Welcome. If you just tuned in and you're new, my name's Mark. I'm a paranormal investigator. I go to supposedly haunted locations looking into the claims of the paranormal, ghosts, demons, entities, and everything in between, and then catch stuff on camera. Everything is as it is. If we see nothing, you see nothing. What was I writing down? Oh yeah, parody. Parody ghosts avoiding me. There we go. You love paranormal stories. Should we get the story candle out? Maybe I can do one. Yeah, that when you get banging, that seems to correlate exactly with what you're asking. It's so interesting. It's so interesting. That's what I really like, when you start getting physical things like banging and stuff. There's a lot of investigators out there, and each to their own, that will solely rely on apps and cat balls and REM pods as the main core evidence for their investigation, when I personally think and believe that they're instruments in maybe going, okay, there might be something here, but then trying to get something like a bang or a knock or something thrown to just as like the core evidence. Do it. I shall. If I remember. I've written it down now. I did a live the other day on TikTok as well, and I've gone and forgotten. I had an idea on that, and I've gone and forgotten what it was I was going to do. It's gone from my head. When you hear a growl, tell me like a growl like no other. Josh reckons he heard a growl the other night. I went back to the care home. Oh yeah, by the way, for those of you that have seen the episode, the care home that I did with Josh, I went there with just Will, and we had 3 loud bangs. I'm not going to say anything else. And then I went there last night again with Will, Josh, and my nephew Kian, and we had odds and ends happen again. And I'm going to make one big episode, so look out for that one. What's the story for today, or what's the theme? The theme is beliefs. Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in demons? Do you trust in science? Do you think there's any religion to it? Do you think it's aliens? Whatever. Have at it. It's all a very... I mean, sometimes I feel like it's me versus everybody trying to convince me. And a lot of the time I frustrate the hell out of people because something will happen, and then they go, and they look at me and I'll go, well, and they're like, for goodness sake. No, not to worry. Everyone is welcome. Well, everyone is welcome that are respectable human beings. And I consider you to be a respectable human being, so you're welcome. Only one thing I've experienced is when a shadow man ran at me, and again I had to leave. I've heard this happen. There's people that in the Poltergeist House episodes from the channel, they're oh no, hang on. Do apologise, I lost my voice there. Some of you got hopeful. in the Poltergeist House episodes, one of the people that lived there or has witnessed similar was one of the stories. that I was told about prior to investigating them. Do you believe there is demons? I have been scratched and could smell my own flesh. Okay, the flesh burning or flesh rotting is a telltale sign of demons. I don't know enough. I mean, I've been in places where people have had scratches. So what happened to a member in Bristol Paranormal Hunters. I wasn't there to physically like see it happen to him down there, but you know, it was gnarly. But I've never had it happen to myself. Touch wood. I don't really want it to happen to myself. But I don't know what it is. Is it a demon or is it just something really negative? And Twingo Paranormal might be able to give you a little bit more insight on it. Your voice were kind of scary. It's just an observation. My voice. I'm not even doing a scary voice. Well, let's tell the scary story in the scary voice then, shall we? Which one should we do? Is there anything in particular, a story that people want me to talk about from the episodes, a moment that I've been through? Is there anything in particular? I felt like my hand was being held over fire, a burning like. See, that's horrible. I'll tell you what. So Paul, Ranger Paul, used to be on YouTube. He's not anymore. He spoke of a similar experience where he went to an area and was in a circle and he could feel like burning and fire and stuff. Jason, welcome. I moved the chair from pointing at my bed and haven't been... What? Is there any stories in particular? I had a feeling like my legs were on fire when I was with Paul. Yes. Did you hear me say it, or are we just on the same frequency, Anne? Was that? It's interesting. Let's do the story of Hopper's Woods then, shall we? Yeah? Oh yeah, by the way, thank you, Anne-Marie. If you are new to this, please subscribe and share. I'm Mark, I'm a paranormal investigator with Haunted the Truth. I go to haunted locations to try and figure out if there's anything really there, or possibly try and figure it out, or just leave you guys to whatever I find. And I am selling these for £6 as well, if anybody wants one. That was with me more. Sight of the Burning Witch. Same frequency, yeah. Right, I'm going to do the story. Let me turn that light off. And let me turn this one on. And let's get a song. I just need to turn my fan off as well. You ready? Hopper's Hayes Wood, Tamworth. One of a few very rare and unknown locations said to be haunted by malevolent spirits, ridiculed with evil witchcraft practices back in the day. Myself and the team, and a gentleman by the name of Ranger Paul, decided to venture on into these woodland. The stories were said that screams could be heard. A mimic would speak in your voice and your team's voice, trying to lead you away from the path. One house, the Wood House, the first investigation, said to have a malevolent poltergeist there. Myself, Paranormal Walks, Ranger Paul, the rest of my team, and Lily and her mum decided to try and investigate this spot. There were weird sounds coming from the woodland. Then all of a sudden a stone come out of nowhere. Everything went downhill after this point. People started to become ill, feeling sick. We decided to get out quickly, but it followed us as we were going down the path. Footsteps came running towards Stu. Then a sound and a shadow was seen darting through the woods. We returned back on another occasion, but this story is for another time. You can watch this and more on Haunted the Truth. There we go. I haven't seen any of the comments because I went into a zone then. So let me have a look. I have a story. When I was 13 years old, I saw a big UFO above a tree. It was... Do you know what? Aliens scare the absolute crap out of me. My bed would shake. I'd feel a presence. Do you know what? This thing, I've had, Jason, I've had this happen. I thought I was going mental. Sometimes when I'm going to sleep after I come back from places, I swear my bed's shaking. When I came back from the care home the other day, that was scary. Have you ever had it where you go to an investigation and you come back from it and you're trying to get to sleep, and just as you're about to nod off, you're sort of thinking about the place, and then all of a sudden the place is in your mind, and then something will come out of one of the rooms and it just be like like that at you, or it try and grab you or something, and you go and you suddenly wake up again, and you're like that constantly for about an hour. I was the other night. You doing hoppers? Yes, I was. Yes, it was indeed. Oh my goodness. "3 a.m. is the devil's hour," apparently. I think YouTube is trying to put you in the naughty corner. What's going on? YouTube's having a right. It didn't even... My internet had a mare as well. It's almost like it doesn't want me to talk about this stuff. Great show, Mark. I have to get... No, not to worry. I'm probably going to shoot off myself, actually, because it's 10:15 now, to be fair. So we end with a good story there, I suppose. Unless anyone else has got any burning questions, I suppose we can call it a night. And I'll let you all go to sleep. But don't worry, you're not alone. There's always that figure in the corner of your room, watching, waiting. Anyway, if you haven't watched any of the Haunted Truth content, it's highly recommended. Snuff Mills, yes. Well, anything, the Poltergeist House episode, Snuff Mills, Hoppers Woods, the Care Home most recent stuff, or any of the fan favourites things, just go over and check it out. If you enjoy it, please subscribe. I'm not trying to make anybody, you know, I'm not here to go, you must subscribe to me. I've said so. I've said the word subscribe, so you now must subscribe. Check out the stuff first if you're new to this. See what you think. If you enjoy it, give it a subscribe. Comment on things if you notice anything yourselves. But I appreciate everybody that's been here tonight, and I appreciate everybody that's new here tonight. So thank you so much for joining. That's face squared. The algorithm had hit me up before. Okay. Hasn't been much good since started improving. Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. And yeah, so have a good night. This Sunday is the Brudenhof, which is a World War II village. For those of you that are members, you get to see this now. It's already been up on Patreon, so if you missed it, I do apologise. I did try telling everybody. But, yeah, oh yeah, and £6 for the patches if you want one. Until next time, I'll see you all on Sunday about 6 o'clock, if you're about, watching the premiere. So until then, thank you very much. And if I don't see you for the rest of the week, good morning, good afternoon, thank you for the $1.99, good evening, and good night. Namaste. Thank you. See you.